Dean Brett. Yeah. Much y'all embrace Dean Brett, y'all.
Are you writing your own story, or you letting somebody else write it for you?
That's deep.
And so that's my question for all of us this year, too. It's like writing your own story, because a lot of stuff that people do, and they don't even realize why they do it. It may be because that's how they did it when I grew up, or or that's what we do in this particular industry. And the question, like, why? And then we grew up with TV, so we got that programming in our head. And I remember when I first started real estate, right? Well, no, it was before I started real estate. I was about to buy buy my first house. Remember, I was 23, and it was someone that I knew. She's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing some stuff, whatever." And it came up that I was looking at homes and stuff. And the response was, "Well, why are you doing that? Is that something you do when you have a family?" Well, where'd that come from? I mean, that's your story. That's not mine. Why would you tell me? Is that something I do? So in her mind, buying property is something you do when
you got a family or trying to start a family.
Yeah. So these are the things that can be implanted in our brains, and we don't even know it.
That's why half the community the way they are right now is because of what somebody else already installed in them as far as what they thought.
So luckily that wasn't installed in me, because that was the beginning of my career. That's how I discovered that that's what I wanted to do. I probably eventually would have found out, but that's how I knew my calling.
Well, I'm gonna let you know right now. Moment of truth. I'm still in that line. Are you writing your story?
Sure.
Or someone else writing? I'm telling you. Watch how I'm gonna put it in there. Note to self.
Please do, because we got to make sure we're not allowing people's influences and energy affect what we want to do. When I was young, in my 20s, when I was in my 30s, I was going to get my first commercial loan, and I'm not going to tell you about the long story, but the loan officer, I'm not a commercial broker, I'm a residential broker, and so he was like, well, why did you send this over here? I said, because I had questions. He said, aren't you a mortgage broker? I said, no. And so it threw him off, because he was trying to hit, I was like, no. And I let him stumble. He said, well, I said, look, if I had understood everything, I wouldn't be calling you to ask questions.
Wouldn't be asking questions.
Yeah, I said, I'm a real estate broker. That's my area of expertise. I thought yours was mortgages for the commercial industry. And I thought that's what we were going to have a conversation about. So my friend, she's passed away, but she was the one that was looking for the commercial side from the real estate. Me and her going back and forth, y'all, and I didn't understand. I mean, in a good way, like, what was that all about? Blah, 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 blah. So we thought maybe it's because of the area I was looking in, that they didn't want to loan in that area. We didn't know why. So my friend, longtime friend I went to college with, he happened to call. We don't talk that often, right? But he said, what's up? And so because we're good friends, I just like blah, 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 blah. Told everything I was called about. And he said, oh, that's because you're a woman. I said, what? He said, Wanda, he's not happy that you're able to do this. He said, you probably make, at that time I had 2 jobs. He said, you probably make more on one job than he does his whole family. I said, oh, I'm supposed to be at home cooking.
Man.
I had no idea. And the craziest thing, y'all, is I got another call from another guy friend who said, it was like I sent out this signal. He said, what's up, Wanda? I said, blah, 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 blah. I told him the whole story. This is what happened. I didn't even tell him I talked talk to the other friend. He said, oh, that's because you're a woman. I said, God, for real. I had no idea. He said, Wanda, because he's a little younger than me. And so I helped him and his wife, with investment properties. He said, have you ever noticed that I'm the front person? He said, they don't treat y'all right. He said, I'm the front person. Once I get all that settled, then she take over. So this is the kind of story you don't know. Like people trying to write your story. This man tried to prevent me from getting a commercial loan. I got one done. So don't let nobody, and this is where don't let other people write your story.
Team Brett. Yeah. We want y'all to embrace Gene Pratt, y'all. Let him come down here and do something slick. Hey, Gene Pratt, make your way to the back.